Hey guys, it's the Black Crusader coming to you with another video straight from the war. And today we got a battle report for you. Now, a little bit of disclosure. This is the second game in an ongoing campaign that we're playing. The battlefield has a few special rules added to it. All units partaking in the battle have a -1 leadership modifier. We generate 2d6 warp charges, and all psychers suffer perils of the warp on any double. Alright, let's get straight into the army overview. So in this army I have 4 formations, 2 combined arms detachments, 1 favored of Abaddon, and a Black Legion warband. So our army warlord is going to be Ludekai the Crusader. He's my HQ choice for the campaign. He has an ancestral firearm and meltabombs. Now, an ancestral firearm was a reward he gained earlier in the campaign. It's basically an AP2 strength 4 pistol that has the armor bane special rule. He has with him 2 units of cultists, one armed with 7 autoguns and a heavy stubber, and the other one just a basic unit of cultists with close combat weapons, and a defiler with no upgrades. Then the Black Legion warband is led by a Chaos Lord in Terminator armor with a combi melta and a power axe. He is joined by a unit of Terminators with 3 combi meltas, 2 power axes and a power fist. Then we have Hellbrute with Reaper autocannon and a power scourge. We have a unit of Raptors with 2 melta guns. We have 2 units of Chosen. One unit of Chosen has 2 melta guns, and the champion has melta bombs, and they're mounted in a Rhino with Havoc launchers and dozer blades. The other unit has 2 flamers, and the champion also has melta bombs, and they're also mounted in a Rhino with a Havoc launcher and dozer blades. I also took a Chaos Spawn as an auxiliary choice with no upgrades. And then I have an allied combined arms detachment of Iron Warriors. I have a Chaos Sorcerer leading the detachment, who is upgraded to level 2 with a Spell Familiar. I have an Obliterator as my troop choice, and I have a unit of Havocs with 3 missile launchers and an autocannon for my heavy weapon support. And on this side we have Tyler's Imperial Guard forces. Unfortunately, he has not yet painted them all, because he's a horrible git. Anyway, Tyler, do you want to tell us what you have in this army?
Yeah, pretty much I have a platoon with 4 infantry squads. All infantry squads are armed with flamers and voxcasters, as you can clearly see. The platoon command squad is being poor and is just given a voxcaster to give orders. My warlord is a tank commander on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, tank commander. He's the one with the red stripe tank. They are just 2 standard Leman Russes, both have dozer blades, and pretty much that's it. There is also a Punisher in the back. It is not Pask, it is just a Punisher. That's going to be rolling around to help clear away some of the enemy infantry. I have a couple of veterans armed with melta guns to deal with tanks. I do not expect them to last long, since they aren't given the Grenadier upgrade. It's just they never last long. And you can probably tell only a small thing. I'm bringing a Baneblade without the las cannons. It makes me really sad not bringing it, but that is my Baneblade. It is there just to clear objectives, and well, it's a Baneblade.
And scare the bejesus out of me.
Pretty much.
Alright guys, and we're back with deployment. Tyler won the roll-off, which I will attempt to seize. Now he does have a command trait from the campaign that gives him the preferred enemy on his tank commander. But besides that, he also gained the Conqueror City, so all his units have stealth in ruins, while I've gained the Knight Attacker trait, which I will definitely be using against that monstrosity at the back of the board. Otherwise, I will attempt to seize the initiative after I get my dice. Tyler, do you want to see your doom happen in one roll?
I'll give it a go. You can try.
You can try.
Oh,
It's a 6!
Well, this is going to be fun.
Yep. And I'll see you at the start of turn 1.
So what's your...
Alrighty, so end of turn 1, movement and psychic powers for the Forces of Chaos. Everything basically moved over. This Rhinos here is going to pop smoke. The Spawn is moving at the back here, going to try and get to cover. The Cultists move forward. The Sorcerer got off Fury of the Gods, but missed the unit over there entirely. Otherwise, everything else moved. The only... this little Hellbrute managed to reach an objective here while looking at the flank / rear of that Punisher. And with one of the better parts of this is I accidentally managed to deep strike my Terminators with the Lord in probably the most perfect position possible. They actually scattered from way over here over the tank and landed here, past the dangerous terrain test, and yeah, pretty successful turn of movement if I do so myself. Alright, so we're at the end of my turn, simply because there's not going to be any assaults in turn 1. Alright, so the Hellbrute tried his luck, hit nothing. The Defiler shot at the Chimera there in the center, scattered off and killed the Guardsman. The rest of my troops ran or deployed smoke. This unit of Iron Warrior allies missed spectacularly against the Chimera. But the one shining example was these guys managed to take down 5 hull points of the Baneblade in one round of shooting with their melta-guns. So since there's nothing else left for me to do, we're going to go see what objectives I got. So I managed to gain ascendancy because I control any free objectives. I control objective marker 1, which gives me another point. And there were no fear or other pinning tests done by Tyler for his army. So we're gonna meet you at the end of Tyler's movement and psychic phase. Okay, so we're at the end of Tyler's little movement phase. He has no psychers because he's boring, so... Yeah, Tyler, why don't you tell us what exactly you did for your movement phase?
Right, the movement. I'm bringing the Guardsmen over to, I don't know, lightly tap the Terminators and do something. Everything's decided to run because my next idea is probably not the brightest, but hey ho, fuck it, let's do it.
Is it gonna go boom?
There's a very good chance the Baneblade's gonna fire point blank, but let's see what happens. The Punisher's rolled up and has decided, oh, I like the look of the Cultists.
Because Cultists?
Yeah, because Cultists. I pulled my Guardsman back a little bit because of the Spawn. That's a little bit intimidating in my opinion.
It's one Spawn.
Yes, but I've seen...
Didn't you hear what PETA said recently? You need to respect all animals in 40k.
No, it's not an animal, it's a thing, and things don't have rights. Second of all, the Lehman Russes have decided to run, and if push comes to shove, at least it's a sidearm shot. And the other Guardsmen are running through the cover to, well, fire on more Cultists.
Okay.
Let's see what happens, shall we?
Alright, meeting you at the end of Tyler's shooting and assault phase. Well, the end of Tyler's shooting phase. Alright, so end of Tyler's effective shooting phase. Now, he didn't do anything on my right flank, he missed the Hellbrute entirely. In the center, the Punisher did its job and just cleared out the Cultists along with some support. The big Baneblade split its fire and shot the big gun at the Cultists here, took off half the squad including the Sorcerer. And the Terminators took fire from Guardsman, Leman Russ, and the actual Baneblade Demolisher Cannon and lost 2 of its members. Luckily, they're still there along with the Lord. So, terrible, terrible turn for, dare I say it, especially the cultists, which are now almost all gone. But I'm sure the Dark Gods will have proper vengeance in mind for what has happened here. And since Tyler is a coward and doesn't want to assault with his guardsmen, can you believe that? He is not going to charge or do anything else. So Tyler, what have you completed objective-wise?
I've been able to slay, sadly, only really 2 things died, and I needed 3 for D3. So I only got 1 point for slaying a unit, and I also have objective marker 3, which is in the building by the spawn. So I've got that at least.
And you got first blood.
Oh, completely annihilating. Oh, so that's another point.
Yes.
Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, anytime. You know, us Chaos players, we're all fair and completely not treacherous and, you know.
See, you say that now.
I do. Anyway, we'll catch you at the end of my movement. And I wanted to say Psychic Phase, but there is no Psychic Phase. Alright, so end of my movement phase. I've moved everything forward. Unfortunately, I got objectives that need me to remain here, but I was not too keen to wait for the enemy to move to me. The filer moved through the building here. I decided to go after the Leman Rushes with my remaining Terminators and Obliterator. The cultists moved up, the Rhinos moved up, ready to engage my enemy at close range. My Obliterator managed to park himself right behind the Leman Russes in deep striking, so yeah, we'll see you after my shooting phase. Alright, so end of Chaos shooting phase. The Rhino here opened up with the team inside with the Flamers, and with the cultist support almost obliterated the squad hiding here in the ruins. The Rhino here moved up to try and take out the Punisher with the 2 Meltaguns, but failed to penetrate. The Havocs took out the Chimera. The Filer tried to take out the squad, but missed completely. The Hellbrew tried to get away from the Melta squad, but only managed to run 1. And the Obliterator managed to penetrate and explode one of the Leman Rushes, but not the tank commander. So yeah, pretty alright round of shooting, can't complain with what my troops have done so far. I'll see you at the end of Chaos Assault phase. Alright, so end of Chaos Assault phase. Believe it or not, the spawn got into close combat here, but the guardsmen, with their faith in the Emperor, managed to stand their ground and actually wounded in return. Lost 2 guys though. But the spawn did give me... we have a Chaos Hound in the background. The spawn did give me 1 victory point for them failing the fear check. Otherwise, the Chaos Lord and his bodyguard charged the unit over here and killed the commander in the tank, so we got Slay the Warlord. At the end of the turn, I am controlling objective marker 2 over there with the Hellbrute, but not objective marker 5, and I gained another point from the psychological warfare. So, Guardsman is starting to look a little thin now, but we'll see what Tyler can do at the end of his movement turn. Alright, end of Tyler's movement phase. I think the guardsmen here are going down in a blaze of glory, they decide, trying to assault the cultists. He's also made room over here. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he'll be brave and do a bayonet charge, but you know, the Emperor's lapdogs are pretty bad at doing such things. And I believe his squad here was moved around, ready to take on the Hellbrute with the Meltaguns. Otherwise, the Baneblade just repositioned a little bit. And yeah, that's about it. We'll see what he manages to do at the end of shooting phase. Oh, and he also got off an order for the unit at the back for first rank, second rank fire. So that's probably gonna try to take care of the Terminators or the Obliterator. Yeah, anyway, see you at the end of Imperium shooting phase. So, end of Guardsman shooting phase. Uh, all the guardsman squads there, including the one in the Chimera, and the Punisher shot at the Chaos Lord and his unit, managed to take off the unit's, the Chaos Lord's bodyguard and cause 1 wound on him. Otherwise, the squad over there missed the Hellbrute, and the Baneblade managed to kill off 2 Havocs from the top of the tower there. And yeah, that was pretty much it for the Imperial Guard shooting phase. Okay, so end of Guardsman assault phase, and pretty ballsy here. The 3 guardsmen decided to take their chances and attack the cultists. Believe it or not, they've drawn the combat. They killed 1 cultist and lost 1 of their number in return, so that was a draw. While the Chaos Spawn managed to break and run down the guardsmen over here and munch on them to death. So that's the end of Guardsman movement phase. They did manage to do get a victory point for glory here because they challenged the champion of the cultist regiment. But yeah, that's about it. We'll see you at the end of Chaos movement phase. So, end of Chaos movement. I moved up my tanks here. I've split up the Obliterator and the Terminator Lord, trying to send them from separate targets. My Defilers moved over the terrain here, trying to reach the Punisher there. And Hellbrute is going to try and munch on the Veteran squad. Yeah, that's it. Rightio, end of Chaos shooting phase. The Rhino, this Rhino, and the Havocs combined are shooting to take off the Chimera. The Defiler did nothing. The Hellbrute managed to kill off 2 of the Guardsman squad there before assaulting. The Obliterator took down another hull point on the Baneblade, and the Chaos Lord did nothing in his shooting phase. Alright, not a whole lot, but still pretty solid. We'll come back to you at the end of Chaos assault phase. Well, at the end of close combat. Alright, it's been another bloody Chaos assault phase. So, the Obliterator decided to take on the Baneblade and actually got him down to 1 hull point. The Chaos Lord killed 2 guys here, but the squad decided to stand courageously for the Emperor in close combat. The combat here against the cultist is still going 1-1, so I lost my champion, but he lost 1 guy, so it's a draw. The Defiler failed to make his charge move into the Punisher, and the guys against standing against the Hellbrute actually managed to pass the morale check, even though losing 2 guys in close combat. So yeah, pretty bloody stuff. At the end of Chaos turn 3. I'll be catching you again at the end of Guard movement, actually probably at the end of Guard shooting phase 3. So unfortunately we're calling the game at this point. The will of the Imperial Guardsmen broke, and Tyler decided that it would be better to try and preserve the Holy Relic, so he's driving off into the wilderness, leaving of course his poor wounded and dying soldiers at the hands of the cultists and the administrations of the Chaos Space Marines. So yeah, Tyler, any last thoughts for your dying, discouraged, morale broken, betrayed soldiers that you left behind?
Fucking Terminator drop is what killed me.
Yeah, that was
I couldn't push. It's what killed me.
Well, still the Raptors haven't even come in. And
exactly. That's why the will is gone. They have somehow heard. They've heard the furious jet engines rolling through, realizing that's it. That is what. There is more to come.
So yeah. Well, that's all for now, guys. This was the first kind of like what I like to call a demo battle report, just to see how it goes on camera. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you again next time on the channel. Subscribe, comment, like, bye bye.